I know up to this point it's been a little bit abstract, but I'll show you my blocking pass now, and I'll kind of walk back the slides a little bit. That way I can kind of show you guys and kind of compare what each slide was referring to. So let me show you my blocking pass first. Here we go. So you can tell with this workflow, this was a very pose heavy, stepped heavy workflow, and partly because, like I said, this was one of the instances where not just the rhythm spoke loudest to me. You know, it wasn't the clearest thing when I started thinking about the shot. It was also the potential poses. And so I'm going to walk it back a little bit. I'm going to go back to this slide where you can see in the beginning portion, just right here, like we have him running. And then we can see his leap through the air right here and his landing pose right here. And then he's going to use this bigger hand to, like, he's kind of like a Hellboy hand, I guess, to kind of lift himself up and grab onto the ledge. And there's this pose right here. And then upon grabbing this ledge, he'll use like both his arms to kind of vault himself up and over. And right here, he continues to run. I wanted to start to mimic the same rhythm that we were getting here, but then break the rhythm, you know, break the expectation that was already set up in this rhythm of the run. So as he runs, we get him shot off a little bit, and he kind of does like this windmilling thing with his hands. And we get a little bit of texture here with this stair step. Here we go. We get the little bit of texture here with the stair step and the stumble. Up, 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 up. We get the following poses here of where he leaps off and he turns around. And he kind of charges up his like blaster or Iron Man hand kind of thing. And we have the pose down here of when he's blasting the ground. And through here, he's kind of... so this changed midway, you can tell. In my poses and my thumbnails, in my initial thought process, right? I imagine him to be blasting off, and then when he was getting to the other box, the higher box, I had him turning mid-air. But for some reason, I just didn't like the directionality of it. It was going against like my path of action a little bit, and it wasn't really echoing the force and the momentum and the direction that I wanted. So I found a flip to work better. And so all of this here was pretty much the same idea, but I had to kind of stitch it on to my new idea of him backflipping through the air here, right? And so right here, I normally had him landing and doing like a side roll, but now since he was pretty much doing a backflip and he was landing backwards, I kind of had to adapt those same ideas. He's still landing on his feet and he's still rolling backwards. It's just taking into account the previous action that changed. The idea is still the same, it's just the way that he goes about doing the action is a little bit different.